quote from the Andy Griffith Show, a popular American television series in the 1960s, states, "You can't let a youngin' decide for himself. He'll grab at the first flashy thing with shiny ribbons on it. Then, when he realizes there's a hook in it, it's too late. Wrong ideas come packaged with so much glitter that it's hard to convince him other things might be better in the long run." Today, there is something that specifically targets children because they reach out for the flashy things, and that is marketing and advertisements. Have you ever noticed that children's television programs contain advertisements that are specifically targeted to them? Have a look at some examples from McDonald's and Sonic. They're telling children, buy this, eat this, even though it is all unhealthy. As a graphic designer, I see marketing fast food to children as a serious concern. And although I am not an expert nutritionalist, I have thoroughly researched this topic. I believe an awareness of the negative influence fast food marketing has on children requires understanding why children are vulnerable to advertising, and 2, the consequences of marketing fast food to children. We'll be considering how children's brains develop and how they make decisions based on emotions and not logical reasoning. Then we will look at the consequences of marketing fast food to children through statistics on obesity and type 2 diabetes rates. First, the negative influence of fast food marketing on children requires understanding that the why children are vulnerable to advertising. First, children lack the cognitive capacity to understand deceit. An academic journal published by the American Academy of Pediatrics states, researchers in many studies have reported that until children are more than 7 years old, they do not have the ability to detect deceit in advertising. Advertisements easily influence developing brains that struggle to grasp deceptive tactics. And this is especially problematic with fast food, as they cannot comprehend the deception behind the advertisements. Second, children's decisions are based on emotions, not logical reasoning. An academic journal published by clinical psychologist Cindy C. Cottle states, younger children/adolescents are not efficient thinkers. They rely on more parts of the brain in making decisions and performing a task than adults. Those regions relied upon by youth tend to be more subcortical and deeper regions of the brain. Those that are more primitive and developed earlier than the frontal parts of the brain. This can result in less efficient thinking strategies and in relying more on emotions when making decisions. As we can see, children do not rely on logical reason, but instead rely on emotions when making decisions. This image on the screen shows the deeper regions that children use, and the frontal lobes take longer to develop. While an adult may view an advertisement and be able to logically reason on the health consequences of that choice, children are more likely to act impulsively. In summary, children are vulnerable because 1, they lack the understanding of deception, and 2, they make decisions based on emotions and not logic. Second, the negative influence of fast food marketing on children requires understanding the consequences of fast food marketing to children. First, we will examine the correlation between marketing fast food and obesity rates. A research study by the BMC Public Health states, it is evident that exposure to fast food marketing negatively influences a youth's preference for the intake of these foods. Evidence has suggested the odds of becoming overweight and developing obesity increase with fast food consumption. In 2018, it is estimated that 1 in 5 children were obese. We can see that there is a clear link between fast food and obesity, and a positive correlation between what you see and how it affects obesity rates. Second, we need to examine the correlation between type 2 diabetes and fast food advertising. The International Journal of Behavioral Nutrition and Physical Activity states, food and beverage marketing increases children's preferences and consumption of unhealthy versus healthy products, with negative long-term impact on dietary quality and diet-related diseases. This negative long-term impact on dietary quality and diet-related diseases includes type 2 diabetes. And in fact, the CDC warns that by 2060, we could see a 700% increase in type 2 diabetes in people under 20 years old. An awareness of the negative influence fast food marketing has on children requires understanding that children are vulnerable to advertising, and there are serious consequences when fast food marketing is shown to children. As we have seen, children do not always know what is best for themselves, and there can be sad consequences in marketing to children. Andy Griffith showed us that children reach out for the flashy things, but recognizing the consequences of fast food marketing can help protect children's well-being. Okay, so now I'll take, the time. To show it. Okay. And then I will take this and show the audience. And then these are my speaking notes.